Hey, shout out Thuggalo Show in this bitch. Every fucking city, Thuggalo Show represent. Free Will in the bitch. Darby in the bitch. Shout out Thuggalo Show. Love you motherfuckers for real, bro.
Thuggalo. Thuggalo. Thuggalo.
Whoop whoop. Trailer Park's fucking camera's not here. But you know what day it is. It's Friday. It's fucking Thuggalo show time. We in this bitch. What's up, Onstead or Elixir and fucking Trailer Park? I got my helmet on today. I'm with it.
Hey, the Thuggalo show, the pimp train hit a couple snags. There were a couple fucking potholes in the road. And I had to send Facetat Mami my entire life savings to get her on the show tonight. I had to do a whole bunch to make tonight happen. Elixir, how are you feeling tonight, dog?
I'm feeling great, homie. How are you?
I am fucking psyched, cranked, and fucking ready to go. I fucking beat my schmeat twice so I'd last longer. Let's waste no time. The one and only, the incomparable Facetat Mami. Welcome to the Thuggalo show.
Whoop whoop.
Whoop, whoop. Facetat Mami, you were a page of the week on the Thuggalo show, I believe, around 2 weeks ago. Yep. And you kind of spilled the sauce that you was on The Gathering before it actually kind of got announced. So now that it's official, how does it feel to be on The Gathering docket officially on the website?
Oh my gosh, it feels so fucking cool. It's kind of surreal, honestly, like a dream come true, because I have not been working on music for a long time. I haven't been performing for a long time, and to get this opportunity, I'm beyond grateful.
Hell yeah. I'm excited for you. I think, you know what? I made the bold statement in a private conversation with Onstead earlier today that I think you could be the Ice Spice of the Juggalo community.
Yeah.
I really think you have that ability to make that crossover on behalf of the Thuggalos and Juggalos. So
I love it. I'm really trying to bring some new dynamics to the Juggalo community, and not a lot of people are going to like that, but I think there are a lot more people out there who need voices for them and who need that sense of community.
Okay, so you want to provide a voice that's pro sex work, right? I would assume.
No, actually,
okay.
I'm really trying to step away completely from the mainstream porn thing to devote myself 100% to music.
Oh, yeah.
I do talk about selling pussy and shit in my music sometimes, but no, I think it's actually a super detrimental industry for people. So I anything I try to push towards women. It's if you want to do it, cool, be safe about it, but there's so many badder things out there a bitch could be doing.
Right. It's I think Cardi B always phrased it that she stepped away from stripping and sex work because she felt she didn't need to do it anymore once she got popping in the music lane. Would you cite her as a influence possibly, or?
Oh, definitely. I'm a big fucking Cardi B fan, honestly.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah, I'm with that. You said you want to bring a different dynamic to the Juggalo community. What would that be then? What would that dynamic be?
Okay, so I don't feel like there is that big of Hispanic influence in there, so I'm trying to bring some spiciness to it, that fucking Latina energy. We wielding machetes over here, not hatchets.
Hey, I like that. That's dope. I think, especially with the Latino community as it pertains to Juggalos, you got Acetone Boogie, who is the reason you're on this show.
I love him so much.
Yeah, Acetone, go stream Rey Amiento right now. That shit's gas. I think we need a feature. I think you need to get Acetone on a track, Facetat. I think that's the play.
Oh my gosh. I think if I brought it up to him, he would instantly be like, yes.
Hell yeah. We got Acetone in the chat. Good to see the homie up in here. Facetat Mami, you want to step away from porn, but you're open to having conversation about that world, correct?
Oh, yeah.
When did you get into porn? What influenced you to do that?
So actually, like 2020 was when I actually got scouted into the industry. This alternative company, kind of noticed me and literally hounded me through all of quarantine. You know, like once we can fly people, we want to get you out here, come out to LA, blah blah blah. And then from there, I just like instantly, like there was something about me in the industry where these mainstream companies wanted to start fucking with me. I started getting invited out to all these like red carpet events, things like that, all these different award ceremonies. I've won a couple awards.
Nice.
And so like it's been cool, but like with a grain of salt.
I'm gonna ask an honest question, and I would like you, if you can, to answer as honestly as possible. Do you like doing sex work? Was it something that you genuinely liked doing?
Yes. So I got into sex work like literally the day I turned 18. I became a stripper. Like I was on Tumblr selling nudes before OnlyFans was a thing.
Yeah, I found your Tumblr page today. I definitely want to bring that up.
Oh man, that's not even the good one. Like the good
Insidious Izzy. Can you speak some words about Insidious Izzy from Tumblr fame?
Okay. Yeah, so that was in my era of like really trying to figure out kind of like an alter ego for myself and growing up like in the MySpace era, those kind of like names where it's like something really like cringy but like catchy, you know, the Insidious Izzy. That was kind of me. That was like, if we're being honest, like that was like opiate addiction era, like I don't care who sees my asshole type shit.
I liked how open you were, no pun intended, on like the Ask Me section of Tumblr, where people were like, "You got any photos of your butthole?" And you're like, "Yes, I do." DM. Like, I respected that you ran it very professionally.
I can appreciate people who ask. If you got balls to ask to see something that you're not already seeing, you know, I got the answers for you.
Were you making music at that time?
I was not. I was going through like one of those phases where I was dating like really shitty SoundCloud rappers, and I was like, damn, I can really do this better than you guys.
Was there a moment where you were with a boyfriend at the time who was rapping or working on his shit, and you're like, damn, you kind of ass, though, I can probably do better?
Oh yeah, oh fucking yes. I'm not gonna name drop because he doesn't deserve it clout, but okay. I was seeing this guy from fucking Kentucky, and that right there should be a red flag. That
he wasn't Jack Harlow, I presume.
But yeah, so he was like making all these like really shitty like zanned out like mumble rap kind of songs, and like I don't like that kind of music, and I was just like, dude, this fucking sucks. Like I can't pretend I like something, and I would be sitting there like writing down music, like way better things, and ultimately we broke up, and he made a diss track about me, and I was like, all right.
Can we play it? Do we have consent
Dude,
to play
I wish
it?
it existed. It was so bad. It was literally just like a loop of being like, icicle, icicle, heart as cold as the weather, tears falling, no call.
You hurt my man's heart.
You hurt my
heart.
Yeah, Juice WRLD got like 4 million streams the week y'all worked on. He was going through it.
So you would say that the push into music was just shitty ex-boyfriends making shitty SoundCloud music.
Shitty ex-boyfriends, shitty fake friends, and then like when COVID was kind of going on, I was getting into this other industry, getting attention, and I was still hanging out with my friends who were kind of making shitty music. I like had a couple of them be like, yo, you already look, you know, like a fucking rapper. Why don't you just make a song? And I fucking made a song, and then I didn't stop.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I think that's interesting. Who would you cite as your biggest influence in music? And then I'm going to ask you, who would you cite your biggest influence in porn would be?
Okay. Let's see. For porn, like, I was a really big Bonnie Rotten fan until she got all, like, crazy religious and shit. I actually had a Bonnie Rotten, like, portrait under here that I got covered up when she...
Is that a Bratz doll that you have now? Because that's hard as fuck.
It's a gangster-ass Bratz doll, yeah. She's got a fucking clock.
That's hard, bro. Hell yeah.
And then for music, like, I don't know, honestly, like... I feel like Ouija Mac is kind of really probably
Hell
one
yeah.
of the biggest influences. Like, without that being corny or anything, like, shout out to that man, because I feel like he kind of really had to fucking prove himself, especially in the Juggalo community, and like it's really fucking paying off for him now. Like, I think he did bring another like dynamic to the Juggalo community, and I fucking love it. Like, and it's inspiring as fuck.
It really is inspiring, and I think you being on the Thuggalo show, I think shows that your like for Ouija Mac is a lot more than others. I mean, this
With
is like
the
Ouija
cotton
Mac
candy
Central.
Yeah.
With the cotton candy, which allegedly might be his favorite flavor. Do you have a favorite flavor of Faygo, Facetat Mami?
Okay, I do like candy apple a lot. Apple is like my favorite flavor ever, but I think red pop is kind of fucking
Classic.
Yeah.
I can't
I
hate
like
on
the way
red
I
pop.
like the way it makes my lips all like red and like I look like I'm kissable afterwards.
What the- hey, red pop is a respectable answer. It's always black cherry for me. I'm a peach guy. I think peach goes kind
I
of
can't
hard.
fuck with the peach.
Not fucking with the peach. What about candy apple? That's probably top 3 for me. Candy apple.
Candy apple's up there, top 10
So
for
good,
sure.
so good.
We always had like an ongoing joke. Me and Onstead and other people that we were friends with was like, if you drink cotton candy and you prefer it, you're a chaotic motherfucker.
There's something.
Yeah.
Facetat Mami, would you consider yourself a chaotic motherfucker?
Dude, I have the chaos sigil tattooed in the middle of my forehead.
Answer. Answer.
Well, the fact that we're getting in the subject of so many tattoos, I think it would be apropos to do this week's Trash or Fire. Run that clip. Let's get into it. Facetat Mami. Every week, the Thuggalo Show asked a question, trash or fire. It could be a subject, a location, a person, a song, whatever. This week's was pretty obvious. You're covered in tattoos. We're not covered as much.
But we got some.
We got a couple.
got
So we want to
some.
ask Facetat Mami, tattoos, are they trash or are they fire?
Man,
Wait, it's
It
not an easy
depends.
answer for you.
It
It's not an
depends.
easy answer.
it fucking depends. Like, yo, I have my fair share of shitty ass tattoos that were done in like garages and basements and like, you know, some pretty questionable places. But I think there's a fine line between modification and mutilation, and like every now and then I'll be scrolling the internet and like even if it's like really done well work, like if it ruins you in a sense, like I'm almost like wondering like that's kind of like trash, you know what I mean? Like if you're like covering your face like blacked out, I like those are the people where I'm like, fuck man, like do you need a hug?
Oh, are you anti-blackout tattoos specifically?
No.
Because I have a blackout on my arm. I'm trying to get my whole arm done.
Really, like, if they're done well, like they can be done fucking well, but
It's done terribly, by the way.
you know, I'm like sometimes people will get these really bad tattoos and they're like dug into their arm, and then they like have a homie who is doing their tattoos at home. They're like, yeah, I could black that out, because they just are like, yeah, we just got to put black over it. But then they end up fucking your arm up more
Right.
because they don't know what they're doing. They're not evenly distributing pigment, and then it's going to scar you even more.
Wow. So I think you mean to say it's fire, but it's trash if it's done poorly.
Yes.
Do you have any tattoos that you regret or don't like?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Aw, Facetat Mami. I thought you would be so pro everything tattoos. I'll
Look,
be honest.
I have one tattoo that, like, lately I've really been debating about if it's worth it to...
Which one?
My 6'9" tattoo.
Oh, where is your... I'm not familiar.
Okay, so it's not even finished because I started getting it done before any of his, like, snitching shit happened.
Oh, Takashi 6'9".
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
okay,
I have a
alright.
6'9" tattoo. I have his portrait literally under my ass.
I bet
and-
he posted you. That was probably lit.
Dude, yeah, it was cool. I got some clout for it, but then like, so like what happened was I stopped getting it worked on. It was supposed to get finished in one day, but then like something happened. Power went out on the block, so like the tattoo was done for that day.
Damn.
I went home, And then like a week or so later, I found out I was pregnant. So like, obviously can't get a tattoo then for a while. And then it's like, then that snitching shit happened, and time went by, and I was like, I don't know if I want to finish it.
I respect that. I mean, 6ix9ine did get his ass beat in a Planet Fitness bathroom a couple weeks ago. That
Yo,
was
I
pretty
saw that shit. And honestly, I think that's foul as fuck. I think it's grimy as hell to run up on somebody and record them and jump them. Like,
hit someone from behind.
And in an area where like a
public
bathroom,
location.
a changing room, like what the fuck, like.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate with that whole situation because 6ix9ine knows who the fuck he is and knows what the fuck's going on with him. He should have had security with him at all fucking times.
Oh, for sure.
100%. But I feel like
it's a dumb situation in my.
Yeah.
But I feel like at this point, if people are still trying to run up on him for shit that's years past like that, like, bro, you're literally just doing that for some relevancy, for some clout or whatever. But now you just caught a case because you recorded yourself assaulting.
Right. But they get that clout for like the moment of being the ones that finally got 6ix9ine.
Like, dude, I would feel like a fucking bitch if I had to go to jail for 6ix9ine. Like, 6ix9ine can sue you then, bro. Like, you're gonna feel like a bigger bitch.
I want to highlight some comments I see in the chat. This one from Michael. I don't know your last name off top, homie. Facetat Mami put on a hell of a show last night at Scout Bar in Houston. How was your show last night, Facetat?
Dude, that show was so amazing. That was my best show ever.
You look great. I love the fit. The all red. That was hard.
Yep. All red. That was actually just like a lingerie fit. I fucking was like, fuck it, we're going out. It was fucking amazing. I had so many people coming up to me who were like, yeah, I've seen you on the internet, I've seen you on Facebook, I've seen you on Twitter, all these places, but dying to see you in person, and I got shown so much fucking love. Like, I met so many people who were also going to be at the gathering who were like, we got you on shit there, because like my biggest thing has been like, I don't want to travel with fucking weed or carts or anything, and I'm traveling alone, so.
Hell yeah.
But it's cool. I also got to debut like a unreleased song last night for everybody that I made like specifically for the gathering.
Oh,
Facetat, I think maybe we should play that shit on the show tonight.
We could play that shit.
Is there any way you could send that link?
Yeah.
It might take you out of StreamYard, but you could come back if you have
It might take me out, but I got you.
All right. I am going to refer to the chat. We have a little Taffy in the comment. She said, is Facetat Mami going to get a tattoo at the gathering? I think that's something we should definitely ask her. We're going to have Facetat Mami send us... for sure. Hey, Herm, you're a fucking savior. The Trash or Fire segment is still ongoing. I didn't want to get too off topic. But Elixir, how do you feel? Trash or fire about tattoos?
Obviously fire. Fucking as soon as you get one, you gotta keep getting them. I don't have as many bad tattoos, I guess. So, I mean, I do have a few I regret. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, it is what it is.
Right.
But I think it's fire.
Onstead, how do you feel?
I'm always gonna say fire, and I'm also gonna say that like no tattoo is a bad tattoo because it's still a story in the end.
True.
That is accompanied with that, and that's my biggest takeaway from tattoos. Like I just had this conversation with somebody the other day, and like I'm a big fan of patch style tattoos. So just letting the artist do whatever the fuck they want to do. And because, once again, that's a story attached to that specific fucking
What about
thing
exes'
on your body.
names?
Absolutely not. That's the bad tattoo. That's the bad tattoo.
Do you
got
have
me.
any?
I'll give you that one.
Do you have any face tat? Do you have any X's tatted on you?
Yeah, I was a dumbass and tattooed the same X on me twice.
Wow. Damn. Does he know that you're gonna be performing at the gathering and you're about to make your crazy come up in the Juggalo?
Yeah, that's actually like one of the only exes I'm like still in contact with, even though we dated like 8-9 years ago. But yeah, he thinks it's fucking crazy.
Hell yeah. I have posted her SoundCloud link, so Onstead or Jay, if one of you guys want to run that up, we can play some of that shit.
Yeah, I got it here.
Zetro in the chat said he had his ex's name laser removed, so he feels that shit too.
Right.
Man, that shit hurts.
This is an exclusive 2 Whoops by Facetat Mami on the Thuggalo Show. Thuggalo Radio be
I
like.
like the tag.
Two whoops when I come through. I'm big dog, not a bitch, dude. If you see me popping out, better whoop whoop. Back on that new age shit, my machete goes slack. Two whoops when I come through. Big dog, not a bitch, dude. If you see me popping out, better whoop whoop. Back on the new age shit, my machete goes slack. Mommy, here to embody all your dreams. A little psychopathic but beauty queen. With wolves in disguise, to trust if it's spot. And if you wanna try, I know it's invite. But the better looks the crazier it is. Like you could really see you fucking live from limb. I do it with a big grin on my face. I call your mama up and tell her how you scream. But I'm at it. I never fit in any fucking scene. These bitches laughed at all my fucking dreams. When they see me, it's flick up, please. Seem too ugly to be getting a bag, but I'm too pretty to be acting so mad. What the fuck did I do to my face? Getting a job, how do my bills get paid? Why you always got something bad to say? If I bet you eat it, get you smiling. When my pussy drip wet, it's violence. I'm a Jew and the one, don't try it. I'm a juggalo, bitch, and spicy. Your video local made me a dog, I'm biting. I didn't choose this fucking life, but I'm striving. Bitch. Whoop,
Bitch!
when I walk through. Big hoe, not a bitch, dude. If you see me popping out, better do. Whoop, back me on that new age shit. My shitty's hatched, no gas. Whoop, when I walk through. Big hoe, not a bitch, dude. If you see me popping out, better do. Whoop, back me on the new age shit. My shitty's hatched, no gas. Tats on my face, but I'm out here eating. Grew up motherless, now I'm on the king shit. Small town girl, but big city dream. Didn't know how to get it, but I got it now. Green. It's always gonna be a bitch, hoping you fall. But if you a big dog, then show me bark. When you speak from the heart, someone always pissed off. When I keep the piss, they can all get fucked. If you only got you, then stand on 10. Don't expect nobody to be your friend. You got a face too false, you can't play pretend. Because the biggest dogs, they lead the pack. But now it's mommy's turn, and how I arch my back. I know you ain't come on.
Now it's mama's turn. Oh, shit.
Don't be surprised, don't know how to act. Two whoops when I come through. Big dog, not a bitch, dude. If you see me popping out, better whoop whoop. Back on my new age shit, my shitty goes like whoop whoop when I come through. Big dog, not a bitch, dude. If you see me popping out, better do whoop. Back me on the new age shit, my shitty's hatched, no gas. Two whoops when I come through. Big dog, not a bitch, dude.
Hey.
If you see me popping out, better whoop whoop. Back on my new age shit, my shitty goes slack. Slack, 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 slack. My shitty goes slack.
That's the slack season.
So that's the unreleased song.
That was
That
hard.
was Two Whoops by
hard.
Facetat Mami, a Thuggalo Show exclusive. Thank you for letting us share that, Facetat.
Hell yeah.
We appreciate that.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I heard a bit of Lil' Kim. I heard, man, I can see the Cardi B influence. It's very unique. It's very unique, and it's a good thing. And I think if you kind of stick in this Juggalo lane and run that bag up, the scene is yours. Just like our homie Acetone, I think he's only a year or so away from probably popping off on some big shit. I think Facetat Mami, if you stay on this grind, if you tell motherfuckers when you whoop, they whoop back type shit, if you stay on that lane, I think you're going to be big, bro, for real. Because, like, there's a reason. I think when we added you on the Thuggalo Show, we got some comments like, oh, who is Facetat Mami? Y'all have had other names on the show. Who is this? I'm like, I'm investing in Facetat Mami. I'm putting stock in the Facetat Mami NASDAQ. You feel me?
Juggalo.
Yeah,
Cardi
you know,
B.
it's like that. It's like that thing when people are like, "Oh, I knew that person before they were like huge." Like that's your opportunity with me. Like not even on some arrogant or like cocky shit, but like when I really started like harnessing my sound and writing music specifically for this scene, I realized, you know, there is not much going on with the females. Like there are a lot of like talented artists, but I don't sound anything like them. Like I'm out here fucking barking at people and talking about cutting off dicks and fucking dads.
I want to bring up the cutting up dicks because in your song Chess, you mentioned Lorena Bobbitt, who is known in pop culture by many. Probably, if you're over the age of like 20, mid-20s, you probably have heard
scares a
Lorena
lot of men.
Bobbitt.
I refer to Lorena Bobbitt quite a few times, honestly.
You gotta
like,
get
the
her to
whole
do like,
song.
You gotta get her to do some spoken word on the album.
Real
intro or
quick,
some shit.
real quick.
Yo,
Lorena
there's
Bobbitt
a rumor
is not a
that she's
Thuggalo.
dead.
Oh, is she dead? Not her being dead. That would
My
suck,
wiener
bro.
hurts.
Well, Onstead, can you, for layman Thuggalos that don't know, can you tell people the story of Lorena Bobbitt and who she is?
If I'm not mistaken, Lorena Bobbitt was the one who discovered her man cheating, and while he was asleep, cut his wiener off and like laid it next to him or some shit.
So he was not only like cheating on her and shit, but he was like also abusive in a multitude of ways to his wife. And one day, basically, she was just like, I just cut it off. And she fucking went up to him while he was sleeping, grabbed it, cut it off, and drove away. And then realized she still had the dick in her hand, so she fucking flung it out the window into the field.
And
And
you know
that
what's
motherfucker
crazy?
got it reattached.
Yeah, what's crazy is she drove down the road and threw it, and they found it. Were able to put that bitch on ice and put his dick back on. And he became a porn star, right? He kind of got popping off of
Okay,
that.
so
What?
he did
I
a
remember hearing that.
porn. He did
Okay.
a porn.
Oh.
And like from what I hear in the industry is like it was like a Franken dick. Like
No, it wasn't his
It's a
real
man
dick.
with
Okay.
charity.
Never
I mean,
mind.
that's what he gets.
no,
That's what
like
he gets.
I
though.
heard that she was like fucking mangled and scar tissue and
That's
man.
what you get for beating your
plastic
wife and
surgery
fucking
in the
cheating.
90s was not good.
No, I don't think so. I mean, if the Thuggalo show existed in '98, I would try to get him on here. You feel me? But I mean,
Yeah.
that would have been hard. But I mean, no pun intended.
I
his
heard
dick.
he was like on some like fuck shit though. Like I heard he was like kind of just like a dog, like always like partying and like.
So, okay, let me ask you this. Lorena Bobbitt influences your music a lot, you said. Is it the vindictiveness of what she did and how she felt, you know, like, I gotta get back. This motherfucker's been pushing me around. I gotta get ultimate revenge. Or is it just, damn, she lit. She cut off a dick. That's hard. Like,
No, I mean like, if I thought that was cool, I think guys would be scared of me forever.
well, hey.
For me, it
Hey
is
man,
like
some people get off on that.
Yeah.
So,
You're not
We're gonna talk
kink
about-
shaming. No kink shaming over here. We love everybody's
And
kink.
Facetat.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about your simps and your fans that have really
Oh,
weird requests for
yeah.
you here in a moment. So,
oh my god.
Love
So,
this video.
about Lorena
Well,
Bobbitt, is it just,
So,
it's just a
yes.
dope.
It's like a little bit of the vindictiveness, like because my music, it's like I don't make like happy music. I don't make like typical like female music, like throw that ass back, come get the bag, you know. I'm like, I make music for like underdog people, and it, like a lot of it does come from that like female rage inside of me, but it's not necessarily like just for women. Like it is for like anybody who grew up in a small town surrounded by people who like don't believe in them and talk shit about them and smile in their fucking faces, and they're waiting for them to pop off, and when they start doing shit suddenly, you know, it's like, oh, we love you, we always fuck with you, we support you. It's for people who, you know, had upbringings where they didn't have parents who were active in their life and they had to raise themselves. You know, it's for people who always had shit assumed about them. Like, you know, for me, it's like, it sounds arrogant, but like I've always been like kind of like the pretty bitch. Like I try really hard to like make myself look pretty, but because of that, you know, like people always kind of underestimated like my pain or my trauma or the bullshit I was going through, and like that's really who I make music for. Is like people like I make music for little Facetat Shorty. Like,
What would Lil Facetat Shorty think of Facetat Mommy today?
oh my god, they would be best fucking friends. I wouldn't be Facetat Mommy if I wasn't Facetat Shorty before this. Like that really was my handle for the longest time. I was Facetat Shorty. Like, but that was like the really unhinged, chaotic, not give a fuck dude. Mommy came along not only after I had my daughter, but like when I really started to work on myself and like my self-control and trying to be a better and bigger person and acknowledging like I can still be like that fucking bitch, like without, you know, like having to be a fucking bitch, but also not a pushover.
Like you can be that bitch, but you don't have to be that bitch. You know, right?
Exactly. Like I like people being like, yeah, I enjoy being on your good side, and I know not to get on your bad side.
How did becoming a mother affect you as a person?
Oh my gosh, it's like I think it's the best thing in my life, honestly. Like I love being a mom. I love being a parent. Like I hope to have a fucking army of little fucking motherfuckers running around one day. I think that it's one of the few things in my life I have ever gone into and put my all into and have like thrived at it. Like there has never been a moment in my head where I'm like, what the fuck, like. And it's great. Like I do it all on my own. Like I have full custody of my kid. She lives with me 24/7. You know, like I do all of this while being a full-time parent. But I wouldn't change it for the world. Like because of her, I push myself harder every fucking day, and I try to be good at so many fucking things. So she's like, yeah, like I want to be like that. I don't ever want her to have that like thought in her head, like I gotta be a stripper. Like no, I want her to be like, I can make some fucking music, because you can be any age and start making music. You know, you can be any age and start making clothes and art and things like that.
So we know how ruthless kids can be and shit. Has your daughter ever made any comments about the tattoos or anything like that?
No, she loves tattoos, honestly.
Okay.
Like, I think almost every day I have to scrub her body down because she draws, like, tattoos all over herself. The biggest thing she gives me shit for, though, is my eyebrows. Like, if she wakes up in the morning and I have not put them on yet, she's like, where are they?
Well, we know that kids are, like, the most honest, you know, like, they'll say what's on their mind. But on the other side of the coin, is she school age? Because I have to ask this, like, how would her friends in school feel that, like, Facetat Mami has, like, a porn past? How do you approach that as a sex worker?
So, I mean, she does start school. She starts preschool this August. Okay. And she's, like, you know, she's got a lot of friends here in our neighborhood and shit. And, like, the parents, they know what I do. They know I've, like, made sure everybody knows about me, so nothing ever pops up about, like, you know, surprising them. And I think, like, I don't think I, like, have any issues with it, and I don't think about it a lot because, I don't think, like, kids in preschool and kindergarten or elementary school especially are going to know about things like that, where they be like, hey, like, your mom was fucking having her asshole gaped on the internet, you know? Like, I think shit like that's probably going to come up more down the line, like, when she gets to, like, the later middle school, high school era, but, like, I don't hide anything, like, my daughter knows that her mom is, like, she knows I'm a model, you know, like, she knows I go away and travel for work, she knows I do photo shoots, she knows there's days where, like, the neighbors babysit her, so I can do, like, you know, photo shoots here if I don't have time to leave, and, like, she thinks it's cool, you know, like, my daughter's always telling me how pretty she thinks I am, and, like, how she's never once said, I want to be just like you. She has always been inspired, though, by everything I do, and she really is her own person, and she's around so many different kinds of people. I have so many different kinds of friends, like, people, all sorts of different races, you know, I have transgender friends, I have friends in all walks of life, and she really, like, more often than not, she looks at, like, plain, like, normal white people, and she's like, where are their things? Like, where are their piercings? Why don't they have big ears? Like,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I honestly feel like when she's in high school, by the time we get to that point, and she's talking about your past, their friends just gonna be like, "Oh yeah, my mom too." You know,
it's just gonna be. That's a good point.
Yeah,
that's a good point. Right. Because, like, the conversation when we was coming up was like, oh, if, you know, you were related or knew someone that did porn, you would get mocked for that. With the OnlyFans being such a huge thing and, like, sex work being so acceptable, bro, half the moms in the kindergarten are all gonna have their asshole spread on OnlyFans. and that's just how it is. Like,
and, like, half of the moms advertise this shit on the back of their car anyway, so, like, they're driving around with their OnlyFans ad on the back window. So, like, at this point, it's so normalized. Like,
handing out cards at the PTA meeting. Like,
I'm not
real shit.
Yeah, that's
Facetat. Is that what you did? You spilled the sauce just now?
No.
You said they knew about it. I was wondering how you went about it. Did you promote it?
Okay, so like
The QR code.
I live in one of those
Yeah.
like apartment complexes where it's like heavily Hispanic and everybody hangs outside every day
Right.
and like
Hell yeah.
watches everything. So like I meet up with like feet people and shit, you know, like so they'll stop over because I feel like that's safer for me. And like so one day like my neighbor like this one in particular is super cool. Like we've stayed up outside and party a couple nights and shit, you know, here and there. And one day I was just like, you know, this might be weird, but like, if you ever notice guys coming and going from my apartment, just know I'm getting the bag. And if you ever see anybody up there for too long, you should come knocking on my door threatening to kill somebody. And he was just like,
Damn.
I got you.
Let's talk about simps and people that probably give you money and tell you to do crazy things. Facetat Mami, I'm just going to be completely honest. I went on Instagram. I saw this clip of you saying that someone asked you to... Just going to come out and say it. Someone asked you to take a shit and they were
We have
gonna
the
bake
video.
it.
Yeah,
Oh,
can
you
we
want to play the
play it?
video?
They
Well,
wanted shit cookies.
yeah, let's play the video. Let's let the video speak.
This video is gold.
Yeah, I agree.
Here's Facetat Mami describing this this ordeal. Need the volume turned up, doggy. Oh damn, there's no volume.
Technical difficulties.
Well, Facetat Mami, what do you say in this clip? You say that they asked you what?
Okay, so I started out talking about pee coming out my nose.
Right.
And and then they asked me, you know, what is the most extreme request you've ever gotten? And that is this guy, which, side note, this is hilarious because a week before this fucking interview happened and went viral, this guy hit me up and was like trying to like talk about how my music sucks and I should just keep selling nudes and don't ever tell anybody. So I blocked him and now 5 million people know. But he asked me,
Yeah.
That
he
guy,
asked
not
me
a
if I
Thuggalo.
he would ask me if I would bake him chocolate chip cookies with my shit in it.
Now, like, I know you didn't ask, but how do you even get to that conversation where it's like, hey, Facetat Mami, if I send you like a couple $100, if I send you a bake pan, like does he explain how he wants it done? Like, just take me through it.
So, like, all I could really assume was that, like, because when I was pregnant, I was selling content, and, like, for some reason, the number one seller was, like, people wanted videos of me peeing and pooping. And, like,
Hell yeah. Okay.
so, like, I was just, like, sending videos of me, like, shitting for, like, $600 to some people, like, and, like, I don't know, this guy just hit me up on Facebook one day, and he, like, hit me up a couple times on some, like, burner accounts, and, like, just sent me a message from all of them, and then like blocked me after every sent the message, and was just like, I want shit cookies. Like,
I have
there's
fun.
like no buffer, no like, just I want shit cookies. And like, when I finally got to the time where he asked me, was confident enough to not block me right away or anything, I was just like, yeah, but like, how do I get it in the cookie, like, without fucking, because, like, all I could think was, like, that's fucking gross. Like, first of all, it has to be so much money because I'm gonna have to buy, like, new mixing bowls, new fucking everything. I'm gonna have to rent an Airbnb or a hotel with a kitchenette, like, something, like, because I'm not gonna bake shit in my house. And also, like, I'm gonna have to balance my diet out that day so I can get the consistency right because like.
Well, you don't want to have diarrhea.
I'm gonna be
no,
real.
No. I thought about this. Is you need that like borderline diarrhea because
The chef
you
in
don't
me?
want to have to mix it down to soften it up into the cookies, right?
The chef in me right now is dying to ask. So would you consider yourself a baker at this point then? Because did you do the whole measuring the flour and a cup of fucking poop and
Yeah, did you actually do
to make sure
No,
the consistency
he-
was good?
He kept like giving me the runaround, and he gave me the runaround literally for like 6 fucking months. Like, okay, I have the money now. Okay, I have the money now. Okay, I have the money now.
He had to do a payment plan on shit cookies.
Well, here's the thing: is like when people request crazy shit like that, I do make them give me a deposit. Like, if you're spending $1,000 on
Hell
it,
yeah.
you have to give me $200 up front. So I know you're really gonna spend the rest of it because nobody wants to throw that away. Like.
I respect that even in the throes of shit cookies, you're taking it professionally. And I think that ethic will get you far. I really do.
I respect the fact that you had a plan already settled out, like how we were going to perform mixing and the bowls and renting an Airbnb. Girl, you had it planned out.
Yeah.
I respect
I
it.
was a cook for 6 years. All I
Hell
knew
yeah.
was like the process and the steps it was gonna take. I was like, I'm not
That's
a good
a lot.
baker either. Like, it could be a trial and error thing. Like,
I
damn.
respected that on the lead up. You were like, I gotta make sure I'm eating the right things, so the
Make sure the
Bro, like-
fiber's right so
I
the cookies
like,
don't
yo,
rise
I
and
have an
then fall.
anxiety problem. Like, I gotta take some fiber.
You want to watch him eat. Does it smell? Does it smell too bad? Oh, is it too strong? Oh, is it crunchy?
Gotta eat like Taco Bell the day before.
Oh
And
man,
Taco
I
Bell,
can't do
yeah.
Taco Bell. That shit runs right through me.
That's the point. You need an extra little bit of liquid in
Yeah.
there.
Like,
A
Like, if
quesarito.
I'm about to do an anal scene, I'll eat Taco Bell. Like the day before.
Yeah, I want to
Clear me
ask
out.
about
Look,
that.
you could kill 2 birds with 1 stone. You do the scene afterwards, and then you make the fucking brownies and the cookies beforehand.
All right.
Yeah, but the
Business.
market for shit cookies can't be that huge,
Well,
right? Like,
okay, it's booming a little bit more than you'd think.
What?
Get out of here.
Booming? What the fuck, Facetat Mommy?
So since this video went fucking viral, like
This one is too.
like 3 other
Yeah.
people have hit me up about buying my stool or like shit underwear. Like
Make that fucking bag, girl. That's what's
And I'm
up.
like-
Not
I
the shit
I
underwear.
told this guy, I was like, you know, like my pee, I'll send you my pee for $150. My shit, I'll send you for $300. You want to bundle that up? We'll make it a solid $400. Like,
Buying a
Damn.
bundle of shit and piss is like wild.
Now,
Okay.
if you guys... Go ahead, go ahead.
Keep going, Facetat Mommy. You're great. You're
I'm
great.
a little salty because like within the last year I've been walking around these like porn expos and shit, and I look at all these other girls and like I literally walk around these expos like with clown makeup and shit on, and I'm like, what is my niche? How did all these girls, like, they all have their thing, they're all gorgeous, and I'm fucking walking around like this little miscreant, and all, like, who would have thought like my bodily fluids would have ended up being my thing? Like,
Well, there is a whole fucking market for that because, like, if you remember, I want to say it was 2021, 2022, there was a Twitch streamer who was fucking selling farts and made like $50,000 a year. She ended up in the
that
hospital
bitch
for
sold
farting too much.
bathwater, made so much.
Belle
She
money.
sold
Delphine.
bathwater. She
Belle
sold
Delphine.
farts, dog. They're making their bags. And,
Bro,
hey,
Belle Delphine kind of fell off. I can probably get her on here. That'd be a great
it's
guest.
probably because of the bathwater,
That'd be
son. I'm
dope.
not paying $50. I'm sorry.
Belle Delphine, bro? Oh, that'd be hard. Yeah, Stoney, of course, knows. Facetat Mommy, I want to ask you this. You talked about an anal scene, so let's get into some porn talk. What was the most uncomfortable porn that you ever had to film? Like, was it the person you filmed it with was weird, or the situation was weird?
Yeah, so like I had one awful experience, and it was actually my first time out in LA shooting. I was shooting with this company, and the company is pretty great, but the guy I was shooting with was kind of like an older, really arrogant, established male talent. And like, again, this is my first time shooting anything professional. I hadn't done anything other than like shooting with my boyfriends before this. And we were doing this position where like I was kind of like on my head and shoulders, like my legs are up in the air, and I was like propped
Hell yeah.
against the couch. And he's like kind of like jackhammering. I'm like, bro, like, okay, y'all know about like tits and gravity, right? So like my boobs, they're like not here anymore. They're in like up in my fucking collarbones. And and this motherfucker had the audacity to be like, what's wrong with your boobs? Why are they there? You should hold on to them because if they move too much, it makes it look like you got saggy boobs. In the middle of shooting. In the middle of fucking shooting. And mind you, this guy had already been 3 hours late to coming on set. Had too much Xanax in him, so he couldn't get a boner. He had to, like, go to 7-Eleven, get one of those Rhino fucking pills, wait for it to work, like, all this fucking shit. Kept taking cigarette breaks, so, like, we'd have to, like, put tape where he was, and I would just have to, like, lay there, wait for him to finish his cigarette.
Wow.
Like, it was really fucked up. It was really fucked up.
All the while, we've been doing the trash or fire segment, so tattoos are fire, so here. The fire trash or fire segment had been going this long. And
30
I was like,
minutes.
oh yeah, I didn't say mine. They're fire. Anyway,
30 minutes.
What was the
He
best?
is a fire.
What was the best experience, Facetat Mommy? Was there a person that you worked with or a company that you're like, man, it always runs smoothly. It's always dope with these people.
Oh yeah. So the company I've been shooting with the most now, they're called Inked Vixens Triple X. They're kind of a newer company. In the last year and a half or so, they've really been kind of establishing themselves, and they are literally the fucking best. Like, they pay not only me but all their models really fucking amazing, above like the industry standard. It's really comfortable, mainly female dominated company, and like, they have been giving me more experience than just like being a bitch on camera. Like, I have directed a couple scenes now for a couple pretty big name girls in the industry, and it's really become like a new passion of mine. I didn't even fucking know I liked getting so up close and personal, but I honestly, about 6 months ago now, I invented a whole new style of POV shooting for the industry that is just recently got published and is going fucking crazy.
What would that be? What did you
speak
invent?
on that a little bit.
Yeah.
So, like, you guys know how, like, standard POV shooting, it's like, you know, some like like grunty guy, like,
I'm actually a virgin, so I have no idea.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Some like, you know, like,
Oh yeah, it's like a dude
yeah, like,
filming his phone having sex.
Yeah, okay.
yeah, you know, or they like pinch their tit like really hard, like, yeah, look at that, like, oh, like, it's all like, it's so like just like berating and gross. But I felt like not only as a female could I like shoot female angles a little bit more mindful than men tend to, but I felt like, you know, doing POV in a way that makes it interactive with your point of view would get more views. So when I'm shooting with these girls, you know, like, I make sure like I have my nails done, like my hands are all looking nice, like, you know, hand model, like, so that my hand can come in there, you know, like more sensually, like, you know, touch curves, things like that. Talk more dirty, like from your POV as the camera person, so that, you know, you're able to like keep your fucking dick hard and get up. You're like, yeah, like, this is hot, you know, like, you're not looking at some fucking like big thick man hand, like, oh yeah, bitch, like.
I like that hand modeling is like the vocal point of your description. Like, it's, I have a nice hand.
Who else said that though? Little Phil
You know,
said
like,
that as well.
Porn
so.
can
She
be
did,
so
she
sexy. Like, the more body parts can be sexy than just nipples and holes, you know, like, and I think that there needs to be more focus on like legs and arms and backs and necks, things like that in the industry, because, like, you know, you got so many girls who are going and watching their bodies, rushing to get their tits done, rushing to get BBLs, shit like that, but it's like, you have so many other beautiful features about your body, just like, you know, emphasize them more.
So you spoke on being, well, you're kind of been on both sides of the camera now. Now, which side do you prefer yourself?
I mean, personally, the taking it side pays a lot more.
That's a good. That's another good question that I was gonna have.
So,
too.
is it a money play or do you like the art?
When I'm directing, I love the art aspect of it. I feel like I get a lot more out of it. being able to bring in that creative aspect of it, because I think it's so underplayed in porn. Like, it's just like, oh my god, the MILF is stuck in the fucking dryer again. Oh my god. Like,
Bro.
Oh yeah, there definitely needs to be like reinventions of the wheel in the terms of porn, I would say, because how many times can you do the stepbrother bit? How many times can you do the dryer thing? Like, I understand it, and I think it's dope that you care about the art form enough that you're like trying to reinvent the wheel, and I think that's dope. You're like the Trailer Park Cinderella of porn, and I think
I love it. 'Cause, well, it's like, I also know that like being like in front of the camera has like a time limit, you know.
Right.
If you're not constantly putting investments into your body and how you look, like, your time is gonna run up eventually. And honestly, being almost 30 and getting scouted into porn as late as I did, like, I'm every single day I'm still in it. I'm like thankful. It's wow to me.
I like Malachi Odison's comment, like, porn is mad boring these days. Like, bro, was there an attitude era of porn I didn't know about? Like, when was porn popping? What does that even mean?
70s Bush.
No,
era,
dude.
dog.
Okay, all right.
Porn is so fucking boring. Like, unless you're like getting into like kinkier things, more fetishy things, that's when like fun shit's happening, because they really are doing that shit. But
Right.
like porn, it's still just like, all right, get your boner, all right, like throw some lube on it, even if that hole's not wet. Let's go, act like you like it. Done. You know?
But do you think that it's become so boring just because it's so mainstream now that like everybody and their mama is either in the porn industry or has a part in the industry
They're
somewhere?
sex workers in some degree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a big part, not just because of the oversaturation, but because I think everybody has the mentality like, oh, it's so easy, I can do it. So everybody's doing the same shit, and they're trying to all be better than each other at the same thing, which brings no diversity to shit.
Right.
Like, and that's why right now, like, you'll see in the My Hustler issue that comes out fucking next month, like, alt models are so heavy on the rise right now because it's bringing that different aspect. Like, you know, you could be the hottest mainstream fucking like normal looking porn star, but right now alt models are on a rise bigger than they've ever been.
I want to change the subject a little bit because you did say you want to come off porn a little bit. You want to take your music career a lot more seriously. So I think we should dedicate some time to that. We know that you're performing at the gathering of the Juggalos. What can we expect from your set?
Chaos.
Hey.
Chaotic.
Yeah, because like I don't think any of my songs sound the same. Like, I really try to make a song for every different kind of person to like. Even if you don't like this one Facetat Mami song, maybe you'll like this fucking song. So I've been a little self-conscious because it is gonna be a little all over the place. It's gonna be some like really slower, kind of like old schooly beats to fucking straight up drill to like literal murder music. And I'm throwing some sexy shit in there too, you know.
Right.
But
You gonna make them
yeah,
sweat
like
at the
I
gathering.
think it's gonna be really fun. I bring a lot of fucking energy when I perform. Like my songs, I bring this like really whispery sound when I record them, so that like, you know, people want to like loop them when they're listening to them. But when I perform, like, I'm still trying to recover my voice like a little bit from last night. Like, I scream at the top of my lungs. I am
Right.
I'm one of those people where I try to yell every fucking lyric of mine to get the point across, because my lyrics are so fucking important to me.
Right.
I feel like the audience appreciates more of that anyways, because people pay this money to go see artists put their all into the fucking set, that I think, I'm gonna speak as me from a person in the crowd, like, we enjoy that a lot more. Like, even if we don't know you, but we see you putting your fucking soul on that stage in front of everybody, that makes it respect even much more. You know what I
Passion.
mean?
Passion.
Yes.
Oh,
Passion.
yeah.
Facetat Mami, I do want to get into this. I know we had Gucci Berry on the Thuggalo show a few weeks ago, and it was brought into my brain that how about we have Gucci Berry? He does stunts. He likes to have people kick him in the dick, have watermelons thrown on his dick, cinder blocks on his dick and balls.
Torch things.
Just
What
whatever.
What if Facetat Mami and our homie Lil Filth kicked him in the nuts simultaneously at our podcast event and we tried to go viral? I mean, come on, Facetat Mami, you going viral with shit cookies. Lil Filth is on main stage with Ouija Mac last year. Like, everyone knows about Lil Filth now. And the Thuggalo Show is the most poppin' podcast in the scene. So I think it would be beautiful if we all came together on Gucci Berry's nutsack and, you know.
Oh yeah. Actually, I was talking to him a little earlier this afternoon.
Oh shit!
Oh.
Let's go!
Yeah, I'm so excited. You know, I got my like signature boots, and like I really kind of like just want to like cannonball his balls. Like,
hey, he said you gotta bring the heat. He said don't be a pussy.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta bring it all.
dude, like I'm fucking small. Like I'm tucking and fucking going into the balls. Like.
Our manager Jay Herm, I think, is gonna like. What's he gonna have, like one of those ripsticks and just plancha on his sack? Like what's
Nah,
going
it's
on?
one of those single wheel boys. He's just gonna run
Yeah,
straight
one
over.
will.
Hell yeah. Facetat Mami, we talked about juggalos. You said that porn has a bit of an oversaturation. I think there's an undersaturation when it comes to female voices in the juggalo community. So I think, you know, there's Bridget Bites. He's been putting out music, and that's been dope. Illegal is thinking about coming back to music with a new persona in the near future. And I guess you got Blase Rose, but she's not as active as she once was, so it's kind of in the air.
We got Smalls
Like,
one.
Smalls 1, I was going to say. Correct, absolutely.
I love her.
Yeah, I think a collab with Smalls 1 would go hard. Facetat,
She's cool. She hit me up recently asking to hang out.
Hey.
Really? Hell yeah. So how does it feel like if you can really push your music into this juggalo lane and kind of make your own shit? I think you'd be a prominent voice from the jump. That's why I think really like
I'm
this lane
trying
is
to
important.
be the most prominent.
No, talk your shit.
I want people to look at mommy as the mother of the new age juggalo.
You say that in your Instagram bio, New Age Juggalo. How did you become a juggalo?
I became a juggalo originally by like association.
Really? Did you date a juggalo or are you related to a juggalo? How'd that work?
No, so like I grew up with like really like goth parents. And I remember when I was like 10, I got this like shitty little MP3 player from a kid at school, and it had like one ICP song on it. And I was like, this is fucking amazing. And I would sit in my room and just like jump on my bed and scream, fuck the world, like.
Was it Fuck the World from Jekyll Brothers? Was that the song?
I honestly don't even remember.
So you became a juggalo instantly? Did you know what you were listening to in the world behind it?
No, I
yet?
had no fucking idea. But like once I got older and like got into high school and shit, I like started getting introduced to like kids who were juggalos and like spent their whole life, you know, listening to ICP and all these other things. And like my friends would always be like, you know, you like the music, you listen to it all, like why don't you just say you're a juggalo? And I never like had the thought process where I was like, I need to say it outwardly, like I need to voice it. And then like and then maybe like a year ago, my homegirl who like she goes to the gathering all the fucking time and shit.
Who's your homegirl? Do we know her?
Do you guys know Witchy Wendy?
She follows us on social.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard that name.
She's amazing. Her and my other homegirl, Sky, they were both kind of individually like, you should just accept it, you know, like you
Embrace it.
They were like, you know, you're a juggalo, you know, you don't have to call yourself a juggalette, because that's like that's my thing. Like that's kind of like what inspired Two Whoops a little bit, like that like alpha like energy.
See, that's the thing with Ouija Mac and the phrasing Thuggalo. Now the word Thuggalo predates Ouija Mac's like psychopathic career, but he's kind of coined that term to maybe mean like new age juggalo. And notice there's not a thuggalette. You never hear him say thuggalette, because Thuggalo is like you can be male,
Gender
female,
neutral. It's
Gender
just like,
neutral.
dude.
You can be trans and be a Thuggalo. That's like one of the things I like about the term Thuggalo is that there is no gender attached to it. Facetat
Just
Mommy's
like
telling
you.
her kid to leave the room. She's like, "You gotta get out of here. I'm on the Thuggalo show."
Yeah, I am.
I kept seeing you motion to the side. I was like, "Damn, somebody
She's
pissing
like-
her off."
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's done so good, but
You got a new haircut. What's the influence of the new hair?
oh man, okay, I really wanted to cut my hair off like a year ago, and I was dating this fucking guy who was like, "I'm cutting your hair off," and I was still in this phase where I was like transitioning from like being this bitch I was in my past relationship and who they wanted to be to being myself, and I kind of was like, okay, whatever. So I was platinum blonde for the longest time, and I wear these like long extensions and shit, and because even when it cut my hair, I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna try to like make myself happy, dye my hair. So like I dyed it red, that didn't make me happy. I dyed it a different red, that didn't make me happy. I dyed it black, and then my ex was like, "Oh, you're a poser goth with black hair," and then that made me more self-conscious. So then I went to ginger, and I was rocking ginger for a while, but that fucking upkeep is so goddamn annoying. Like, to stay bright orange, like I was doing my hair like every other week just to match my fucking extensions and shit.
Damn.
So finally, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna cut it all off. I'm gonna work my way back to platinum. I'm fucking down in Houston now. Like, I can afford to have no fucking hair. Like,
How does Houston influence your art?
oh my gosh. Houston has inspired something in me. Like, it brought something alive in me. Like, it's so fucked up because I never thought anything about Texas would be exciting or worthwhile. I never thought I would move here, and then I ended up like kind of randomly, spontaneously moving here, and it's been the best move of my life. I was living in Denver before that. I was in Chicago before that. I was in Milwaukee before that, and like the Midwest made me depressed. Denver made me more fucking depressed, but there was good weed, whatever. But now,
Where are you from
Houston, it's
originally,
like-
though? Where are you from?
I'm originally born and raised in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Okay, hell yeah. So you don't have that Milwaukee accent that a lot of those people.
No, when I was living in Denver, I tried really hard to break my accent, and I like started over enunciating everything.
Yeah, that's kind of like the Midwest bag.
Yeah. Oh, that's the one word that gets me. Even my boyfriend will be like,
Hell yeah. Facetat Mommy, you were recently featured in Hustler magazine. Tell me about it.
yeah. So that issue is actually coming out next month. Yeah, I'm the fucking face of the new age adult model and the mainstream movement with that. I don't know. Everything I'm doing is like kind of really trying to get underdog people like me to show others that there is that potential to not just be popping off in some underground scene, but to really pop off everywhere. Like I want so badly to be a household name one way or a fucking another. And honestly, in my Hustler interview, I think I'm the only person who doesn't really sit there and talk about like their sex work life. Like I really emphasize on trying to bring a realness aspect to the modern day sex worker with how I post, especially on my Instagram. Like I don't think I've ever had a typical sex worker page, you know, like you go to these other people who are in the industry and it's all their photo shoot pictures, you know, they all have their face tuned and their makeup done and they all look fucking phenomenal. They're always posting at all these extravagant events, eating great things. And I'm like, nah, fuck that, bitch. Look at the cockroach on my wall. Like,
Yeah, you have a quality to you that I think makes you Juggalo, to be honest. I think that just makes you more Juggalo because you're not trying to fit some mold. You're just being who you are. And you're not like, I'm a sex worker, so I have to post like this in this
that's
format.
just so corny to me.
Yeah.
Like, okay, cool. Like, you just show everybody, like, you just think you're fucking better than people. Like, I have
Right.
people who on Facebook will be like, oh my god, I can't believe you replied to me. Like, you're like a famous porn star. And I'm like, I'm a fucking human. Like, if I got time for something, I'm gonna try and make time for it. And I like I really like trying to engage with the people who fucking support me, because I would not be where I'm at without people who fucking support me.
Hell yeah.
I definitely blew up Onstead and Elixir in the group chat. Like, FaceTime Mommy's coming. She's coming on. She's
Yeah.
I got a screenshot. Yo, FaceTat Mommy, you originally were supposed to be on the Cinco de Mayo show that we did with the Rude Boy and Gigi Carlitos, the Page of the Week. Now, we're going to have those guys on the show tomorrow. I look very forward to tomorrow with those guys with the Barrio. You spilled some kind of pasta sauce all over you and couldn't make it or something?
Yeah, bro. I was fucking...
What happened?
I was making a lasagna, so I had like this big fucking pot of sauce and shit. And I got done doing my fucking last layer. I like turned around really quick to like put the pot on the stove, and like I turned, but I like hit the grate of the stove instead of putting it right on top of it. And just like,
Oh, damn.
Damn.
it
So
was
you didn't.
fucking,
You
I was
didn't.
just like,
So you ate pasta. So I guess there wasn't an anal scene the next day.
oh man, no, look. I have a panic disorder, so like my gastrointestinal is always working. I can clear that shit out pretty quick.
Respect. You talked about your gathering set being like, you know, it's gonna be hard with songs like Chess, but you said you're gonna keep it sexy. Like I guess like the song Sweat would probably be like your sexiest.
Oh
track,
yeah,
right?
Sweat's been popping off. Actually, that's probably my most popular song off my EP, which I thought Chess would be.
You're an bro, that shit's hard.
Like I literally sit there and I look at the numbers for them every day, and I'm like.
Well, I think it's because sex sells, and you know that. Like you were in the industry, but
It does, and that was kind of like what provoked me to make that song a little bit. I sat here and told myself, I'm never gonna make a sex song. Like, I'm not ever gonna be like a typical female rapper. I'm not gonna talk about my pussy, like.
And then you got on the next track and said, pussy, 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 pussy.
but then I was like, you know what? I don't have to, talk about sucking dick or like any of this like, I'm gonna take your man, blah 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 type shit. I was like, I can find a way to make something sexy without ever directly saying anything sexy. So like,
I think what you should
Sweat.
do.
I was like, Sweat. That's like sexy but dirty. Like, I'm gonna make a song based about sweat.
And I think that encapsulates Facetat Mami. I think you did great with that song. I think what you should do is like embracing that you are mommy. Like you are the main. Like you got to do it for mommy. Like I think when you're rapping sexually, I think you definitely need to let the listener and the audience know that like you come first type shit. Like you're not a servant. Like you need to be served. I think that's the lane.
Oh yeah, I really like making references that like play on shit being sexy, like maybe in moments it's not supposed to be sexy. Like my song Red Rum, like that song literally is just about killing your fucking op. Like it's about going up in their house and killing your fucking op.
You need to get the real Lorena Bobbitt on a music video, and you need to have her dance in the background when you're like, you're an Lorena Bobbitt because you are.
With the cutoff glizzy. Like fucking,
And holding like a glizzy in your hand like you're an That'd be hard.
But like in that song, I'm like, call me mommy while I do it, I might make it hurt less. But that whole line is about me literally disemboweling you, like.
Right. I want to ask you this. We usually do a segment on the Thuggalo show called Word Association. Basically, we're going to say a name or a location or a thing, and we would like you to describe it in one word, but if you have a story attached to it, feel free to tell a story. Elixir, do you have this list? Yeah, you're muted, big pimp.
He was
I was tabbed out too. I was tabbed out too.
Word association.
So yeah, the first name on the list is Father from Awful Records.
Yeah, I went on your Tumblr. You're a big Slug Christ head, I saw.
Slug Christ and Father are probably my favorites. Father, I want a song with Father one day. Inspirational, that's the word.
Father is someone I'd like to get on the Thuggalo show, man. You can tell, like, I'm surprised Ouija ain't tried to work with him, or Slug. That's interesting.
God, I, like, Slug Christ, Father, and like Spooky Black and Curb Lagoop were the first like people I ever really got into. Like I fucking downloaded SoundCloud for those motherfuckers.
Right, yeah. No, like off of records, like the dog died under the porch with like Perp Dog production and shit. Like,
Literally,
right.
dude, I had it as a fucking vinyl album.
I know, on your Tumblr you took naked photos with the vinyl. I saw it today. That's why it's on the list. So one word to describe Father, if you could.
Icon.
The next name on the list, I have Slug Christ. Oh, we don't have a photo for Slug Christ. But that's... No! Don't go back, Jay. She's not supposed to see that one.
Damn.
The next name on the list, it is not pictured. Slug Christ. One word, please, Facetat Mami, for Slug Christ.
Jesus.
Excellent. Now, J. Herb, the director of the Thuggalo Show, would you please show the next image? Onstead, who was this?
Andy Savage. Pull him up. Let's see that.
Andy Savage, for any Thuggalo's watching, is a porn star. He has a Pornhub channel.
I'm gonna just be real. I don't like how he's covering his junk. I want to see what my man's got.
I think it's crazy. Jay found like a professional photo of like a porn. He looks really great. I've only seen this dude naked.
This is the church picture that he uses.
Easter Sunday.
And she's laughing. I just think it's funny. She probably didn't think I was gonna like pull the Pornhub tab.
Oh my god, my face hurts.
Do you have a story or a word to describe Andy Savage, porn star?
Yeah, I got something. First of all, like, word Viking. That's the first word that pops in my head when I see this man. He's such a nice guy. He is literally one of the nicest people I've ever fucking worked with in the industry. He's like ranked in one of the like top positions on many vids, like the #1 male talent. And he smokes the best fucking dabs. Like anytime I ever shot with him, I would like go and shoot set with him, and he would feed me, like he would make me like a fucking steak dinner every time, and
That's dope.
smoke me up, pay me, like one of the most professional
yeah.
OnlyFans people I ever shot with.
So you had a great experience with Andy. That's good to know.
I've had several great experiences with Andy and his girlfriend, actually.
Yeah,
I will be looking at this tonight.
I may or may not have watched that in preparation for this interview to really prepare.
And that was such a fun time. They literally paid me to come over and just like hold her hair. Like
Excellent. Next name on the list, I have Darby O'Trill, the newest signee to Chapter 17 Records.
Inspirational. I was actually just telling him a couple days ago how inspiring he is to me, honestly.
That's beautiful. Darby deserves all the success he's gotten, and getting signed to C17 was huge. There is nobody better. When the speculation on the internet was running about of who the third would be, I mean, everyone over here, we pretty much thought it was Darby. We started second guessing, you know. We were like, could it be Strife, maybe? Like,
yeah, I saw Acetone fucking tweet right away, like, who he thought it was. And he hit that nail on the head.
I think I saw Acetone's tweet first as well, yeah.
Next name on the list is it's a name, but it's also an app, Wish Tinder.
That's just changing my life.
Is it like a Cash App or like a Venmo? Like, what is Wish Tinder? I'm not familiar.
Okay, so yeah, Wish Tinder, because like if you send people money on OnlyFans or like any of those like subscription sites, they take 20%.
Okay.
And like with Cash App, they literally like will flag your shit, ban you, stop actions on your card. PayPal will confiscate your money if they think you're a sex worker. Wish Tinder makes it so you can literally like you make a list of whatever you want money for, whether it's like, oh, I want $20 for lunch, oh, I want $700 for rent, oh, I want $80 for my phone bill, or whatever, you know. You put it up there, set a price, and then you attach your bank account, and basically anybody can go to your link. If they don't want to send you money on something, or they want you to get the full amount of shit, they will click on whatever it is they want money for. It goes in their cart, they buy it, and then that amount of money directly gets deposited into their account.
That's dope. Okay.
Yeah, it's super fucking awesome. Literally, this guy on Twitter found me like 2 weeks ago and had me make one, and he paid my rent right away.
How many people just pay your rent, FaceTime? Like, do people just pay your shit and expect nothing, or like what's going on?
It happened more times than I've ever expected it to. Like, I've literally woken up a couple times and just been like, boom, there's $1,000 in your account. Like, I won't even know who the fucking person is.
Wow. I mean, you bake shit cookies once, and it's like,
Right.
man.
all right. Next name on the list is female Juggalo rapper, Bridget Bites.
Needs to get more active.
Do you think she's not she's not active enough? Because she had her Twitter suspended recently.
I think I don't know. I just want bitches to like bring more hype. So I'm picky about females. It's nothing that, like, no shade, nothing. Like, there's hella talent there, and I appreciate it.
Bridget Bites is a dope person. Definitely helped the Thuggalo show a lot. So I want to shout out her. Next name on the list, I have Violent J. Oh no.
That's the man.
Violent J, alumni of the Thuggalo show. Still weird to say that, but it's true. Any stories about Violent J, Facetat Mami?
No, actually, I'm gonna see him perform for the first time on Sunday, so I'm really excited.
You've never attended a Juggalo show, a clown show, Facetat Mami?
I never saw ICP. Nope.
All this free
Ouija
money.
Mag is the only Juggalo I've ever gone and seen.
You're perfect for the Thuggalo show. Next
So
name
I
on the
take it-
list.
So I take it you're going to see the Three-Headed Monster tour then.
Yeah, I bought my ticket
So
today.
you got a great fucking show to see for your first like clown interaction.
Oh, for
I can
sure.
promise
I'm
you that.
so excited. I like literally I hit up like Free Will, both of them, and it was like, I'm coming to see you guys. Like,
The homies,
That's the homies. Free Will.
the big
love Free Will.
homies.
Yeah, shout
yeah,
out Free
dude,
Will.
I love them. They're fucking so sweet.
Absolutely. They've helped us a lot, so shout out to Free Will. Next name on the
Oh,
list
yeah.
is Acetone Boogie. Rayamiento.
Bae.
Yeah, he did say that you're his bae and he's yours, so hey, I respected
He's so fucking funny, dude. Like, I don't even originally know how he fucking discovered me, but like, he did, and
that.
there
Andy
was
Savage
just, like,
Pornhub channel, possibly.
probably, maybe. But there was just like this instant fucking like connection. Like, it was like my long lost bestie. And now it's like, I think now that like my name's getting a little bit more attention, he's kind of like rubbing in people's faces. Like, he was the first one to like really fuck with me. He's like, yeah,
Hell yeah.
FaceTime Mommy's my bae. Like, fuck y'all.
I hit up Acetone during the week or last week and was like, hey, like Facetat Mami, the reason she's on Thuggalo show is you put me on, so shout out to
Dude,
Acetone.
he's amazing. We were talking about trying to do the newlywed shit at the gathering.
Oh,
That would be
okay, that
good.
would be lit. That would be dope. You
Yeah,
should do
he was
that.
like, we
Right.
should pose as like newlyweds. Like, let's just fucking get it.
Yeah, run that play. I like that. Elixir, what's the next name?
So the next name on the list is Digital Princess.
That fucking cunt.
Oh,
Holy
Oh!
shit! I don't
What's up?
remember when I was gathering word association for you, Facetat Mami. I didn't remember. I knew like there was something wrong, but I didn't know. But I put her on the list. Why is she?
Okay, she's a terrible fucking person. Like, maybe like a year and a half or 2 years ago now, she got in trouble because she left her 2-year-old autistic child alone in the home so she could go party in a different town, and then her child somehow got out and was wandering around outside, and like the neighbors found the baby wandering around outside.
damn.
What the fuck is
Oh.
that?
Yeah, and then to make it worse, she then made her OnlyFans and was like, if you guys want to see my statement about my baby, well then you guys have to subscribe to my OnlyFans.
Get the fuck out of here!
Off
What?
exploiting her child. And like, it was fucked up because like I was posting some shit, talking shit about her because she like got big into like the OnlyFans community and shit. And, like I know a lot of people who shoot with her. And I was like, I don't know why people fuck with like little child abusers. And I'm like, you know, if it was a man, you know, it'd be a fucking crisis, but it's a female, so like it's not an issue. And she went out of her way to message me these like long ass novels, like, I am a single mom, you just need to give me a break, blah blah blah. And I'm like, bitch, I'm a single mom, and never once have I thought like I should leave my special needs child alone so I can go party and get dick.
Wow.
That don't make sense. So
It's a
I have no
word.
respect for that woman. It's
We'll
cunt.
go with cunt. We'll go with cunt on that one. The next name on the list is porn star legend Brian Pumper. Is a Thuggalo, and I'm trying to get him on the show. We'll see what happens.
Oh my god, I'll tell him. Dude, if I tell him, he will.
Bro, let him know. Let him know I'm a huge fan.
Got you. Dude,
I
that
love
is
Brian
like,
Pumper.
Brian Pumper is like my big brother.
His dick looks like a Pringles can, which is
Dude, I would never shoot with him. I'm not into the egg cracking thing.
well, you don't want to die, probably. You get impaled with Brian Pumper.
Dude, that too. Oh my gosh, yeah, like prolapse or something.
Shout out Brian Pumper. Hey, Facetat, if you can put any word to Brian Pumper, the Thuggalo Show needs a page of the week.
I will literally send him a text when we're done.
Thank you. I will definitely credit that you helped us look that up.
I love him, dude. He literally, I think, was the push and what got like people in the porn community to recognize me and like notice me a little bit. Yeah, because me and him were like friends back in my like Tumblr era days, like my pre Twitter, pre all that. Like I don't even remember how me and Brian became friends.
That's
and,
so
like,
crazy.
Like he was friends with me before I even got pregnant or anything. Like
that's so. Is he from Houston?
I have no idea where he's from. Like
yeah, Brian Pumper. For everyone watching the show right now that might be out of the know, this is a porn star legend. Like I mean, in the Hall of Fame, they would put his dick in like the porn star walk of fame. They definitely like drop his dick in the concrete.
He was known for cracking eggs on bitches' heads while he was fucking.
Damn.
Yeah, that's what he would do.
Looking this man up tonight.
He would crack an egg while he's
he just go.
He's a legend, and Facetat, if you can put any word to Brian Pumper, the Thuggalo Show would love to chat.
I totally got you. I
One
don't
word,
know
though.
if he's doing much, so he'd probably be down.
One word description, though.
God.
I'll run it up. I'm with it. Next name on the list is Lil Tetson.
That's my brother. That's family. Family. That's the word. That man, y'all need to fuck with Lil Texan.
Hell yeah, for sure.
He's a fucking Thuggalo.
Hey, that might have been the seal of approval. Next name on
Bro,
the list.
Ouija Mac even fuck with him.
Yeah, I know Ouija fucks with. Yeah, we're trying to get Lil Tetson up on here. We're noted. The city of Houston is next on the list. The city of Houston.
Goldmine.
Goldmine. Any stories about Houston? Like when you moved there, was there anything compelling that was like, this is home?
I don't know if I like felt the sense of like, oh, this is home when I moved here. More so like, this is the smartest investment I've ever made. Like not only is the cost of living like super cheap down here, which makes like a single mom sex worker, like it's so more realistic for me to thrive here with my daughter versus like in Denver where it's double the amount. But like I have got so many more opportunities being in Houston than I have anywhere else, and that's not even just like music related. It's like all sorts of modeling, networking. I've got so many fucking new connections out here, and I think that because the underground scene is so accepting of diverse people out here, it has made it that much more enjoyable to keep going out and trying to thrive more.
Interesting. That's dope. So one word, Goldmine, you said?
Yeah.
The last name on the list, Elixir. Who is the last name?
Ouija Mac.
Man, I gotta be smart with this word. Shit. Ethereal. We're not fucking worthy of Ouija Mac and his existence blessing us.
Ethereal. Interesting. That's a big word for a Thuggalo. You blow my mind, Facetat Mami, and I want to thank you for pulling up on the Thuggalo show. We thank you so much. You didn't spill any pasta on yourself. You know, you remained uninjured. I hope you ate well today. Well, you're not doing porn anymore, so you can eat whatever the fuck you want now. You ain't got to worry about that shit no more.
Yeah. You know, that's the most stressful part. Like, if you're doing anal, people, like, want you on set early in the day. So then it's, like, the day before you can't even eat. And, like, you know, I'm a hungry bitch in the morning. Like, I need a hearty breakfast. Like,
What did you have for breakfast today?
I'm a chorizo and eggs kind of bitch.
Oh, yes.
Hey, hell yeah.
The
Yeah, you a
HEB
Thuggalo.
over here, they make homemade tortillas and they're so fucking
Oh, fuck. Damn, my dick just got hard. I'm sorry.
That's real shit. I mean, Facetat Mami, we want to thank you for pulling up on the Thuggalo show. She will be performing at the Martian stage at what time? 2 p.m. on Friday?
2:10 p.m. Yep.
Hell yeah.
Friday, July 7th at the Gathering of Juggalo. So,
Be there early. Meet me there.
Bring
The
one of them
Thuggalo show,
copies
man.
of Hustler. Let her sign the
And bring
bitches.
all the bitches. Bring all the bitches.
all the baddies flock to the Martian stage on
Literally,
Friday, July
if you are
7th.
trying, if there is something like fine ass little juggalette, honey, you're trying to impress me. Like, hey, baby girl, let me come show you something new. And
All
she's
right.
gonna love it. She's gonna thank you.
Hell yeah. I'm going to run that play for sure. Facetat Mami, where can people find you on the internet?
So I'm most active on Instagram, and if you find me there, which is not Facetat Mami,
You're
you can
shadow
find my
banned,
Linktree.
though.
I know.
Yeah, sometimes when I go to message you, I have to like type out your account to even get you to bring up because I guess
Yeah, it's
like
fucking stupid.
yeah. So
But
it's not
if you
Facetat
if
Mami.
you think I'm worth it, you'll type out my whole name, and there my Linktree has links to everything. My music's on all fucking platforms. I drop everything first on SoundCloud before I put it anywhere else. Though.
Hell yeah! So not Facetat Mami is the best way to find you online.
Yes.
Hell yeah! So Facetat Mami, we always ask one question at the end to all of our guests. I have to ask you: would you consider yourself a Thuggalo?
I'm a motherfucking Thuggalo.
Hey! Facetat Mami, thank you. We look forward to seeing you at the gathering and probably
Yes.
during our podcast event, Kicking Goochberry in the
Oh
Nats.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
so-
I'm gonna be definitely hanging out with you for sure.
Yeah, we gotta take some pics. We gotta do some dope shit at the gathering podcast event. Get a free taco. I don't know if they're gonna be any good, but they free. Facetat
Yeah.
Mami. So
I can never argue with free. Free is good enough.
run it up. Facetat,
For me.
we're gonna let you go. I want to thank you again. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was woo. That was Facetat Mami on the Thuggalo show. We all her sons, and she's the mother. And mother will
Fix
clean the
something
house.
big
We'll
here.
do the dishes. We'll leave the meat thawed out so it can thaw out during the day. You know what I'm saying? I want to say thank you to Facetat Mami. That was a dope interview. She's a dope person.
Yeah, that was fun.
So much, bro.
Oh,
that you know, like when you see people doing their own shit and thriving, it just makes you proud. Because, like, I feel like we're thriving a little bit. So when I see Facetat Mami thriving, it makes me want to go harder. And it probably makes her want to go harder. So shout out to Facetat Mami. Follow her on Twitter. Send her money. Buy her shit cookies.
Buy
do whatever.
them poop cookies, dog.
Hey, run them shits up. Alicia, what do you think of Facetat Mami on Thuggalo Show, man? How do you feel?
Oh, dude, it was better than I thought, actually. You know what I mean? Like, you ran her up. Well, I mean, like, come on. You were in Discord. You were like, oh, Facetat Mami this, Facetat Mami this. And I'm like, all right. But no, it's like, I mean, I think she accomplished what she set out to do. You know what I mean? But like, hey, you know, I'm not just porn. So.
Yo, yeah.
Yeah.
And Andy's. I didn't
Showed
know
a
what she was
different
going.
side.
I didn't know what she was going to say about Andy Savage. When she laughed, I didn't
Right.
know if that was good or bad. I was like, man, I definitely studied that video to prepare for tonight. So I hope it was a good experience. Onstead, what do you
I
think?
just know that was a great conversation. We know the price on shitty snickerdoodles.
Yeah.
I might hit her up for some before the gathering. Who knows? It might be a gathering exclusive.
Yo,
But-
you got to feed him the Gucci berry. That's the
Yeah,
play.
feed him.
Oh!
That's
There
the
you go.
play. We get her to make some, and Gucci Berry's like, these for me, and he like runs them up and eats them all and shit.
Viral.
And then we're like, haha, there's shit in there, and he's like, fuck it, I'm
It's
gonna eat
poop.
it anyway.
It's poop in the cookies, and he's like, he called this shit poop, and we're like, oh.
We got some news to acknowledge.
Yes.
Darby O'Trill.
Yes.
Oh, wait, nope. We're
What?
starting with Matt Sabbath.
Where we at?
Matt Sabbath.
Matt Sabbath. Matt Sabbath will be
Yeah.
at the main stage together in the Juggalos. Do you like McDonald's? Good. Do you
Do
like
you like
Burger
metal?
King? Well, if you like metal, good. But if you like Burger King, fuck you, because this ain't got
Oh,
shit
yeah.
to do with the King. It's about Ronald. It's about Grimace. The Three-Headed Monster Tour is hitting you right now. Right now, they are live in Texas, but they're going to be in Fort Worth tomorrow. Houston,
Yep.
Nolens, Tampa, Atlanta. Scrolling at the bottom of the screen all night has been the tour dates that are left.
Exactly.
Which one are y'all pulling up to? Y'all going anymore? Y'all
Probably going to
Columbus.
Columbus one. Gathering rides are back! Yes! I didn't ride none. I didn't ride none last year, but I'm getting a head full of fucking mushrooms and gonna ride some
You
fucking
doing it
rides
this
this year.
The Tilt-A-Whirl. Oh, the wet t-shirt contest. Clownvis.
Yeah.
Clownvis will be hosting it. Facetat Mami may or may not be there. Lil Filthy may or not be there. I may or may not be competing. Be there. Juggalo Aftershock, the homie
Oh.
Chorus Kit, will be hosting. Percy Bones, Umo, Elitzer. We're shipping them in a box. We're sending them back to the UK, and he's
Go
going to be
back.
there probably. Who
Sponge!
is this?
Sponge!
Sponge!
Sponge is
Shout out
gathering!
Sponge!
He's oozing.
Sponge will be there in his Detroit shirt, singing Sponge
Sponge
music.
songs.
And his
Singing
buddy-
Sponge songs.
And Zackass! Zackass from Jackass. Fucking, what's the new one? The Paramount Pictures version? What?
Jackass Forever.
And purely speculation, he might be at the podcast event for the Thuggalo show. Purely speculation.
Dropout
Kings.
Dropout Kings.
Will be at main stage. I think main stage. I don't want to know, but they'll be there. They'll be eating corn dogs and fucking chicken on a stick.
And more-
Dropout Kings will be there.
Oh.
Oh,
There
Waco.
it is.
Waco has partnered with Violent J for the Airheads from Outer Space. You like weed? You like nuds, bro? Will get blown out of your fucking mind. And Waco might be on here tomorrow. Maybe.
And it looks good as fuck, too.
Thuggalo Show, noon to 3 p.m. Thursday at the Blast Off tent. Get a free taco and sit your bitch ass down. Onstead, Elitzer, Trailer Park, J Herm, our boys over at Gather.net, Stony Low, and Trey. They will also be there. Gucci Berry, Lil Filthy. Hey, Darby O'Trill.
Hey.
Spinal Fluid Smoothie is out. Go stream it. Go watch it. Like the video. Comment 400 times. Order some shit cookies from Facetat Mami and say Darby O'Trill's video, Spinal Fluid Smoothie, sent ya. You have been watching the Thuggalo Show. I am the Trailer Park Cinderella. This is Elitzer. This is Onstead. Let me ask, I never asked y'all, would y'all consider yourself Thuggalos? I think that's
so.
a yes. I think that's a yes.
I think so.
The moon, the crescent
Goes
moon.
without
17.
saying at this point.
Thuggalo on the fucking those things, whatever they're called. Guess what?
Knuckles.
Let's fucking go.
They're
So
called
excited for this one right here.
Tomorrow night, you already know. Rude Boy and DJ Carlito are gonna run it back because their phone died last time, and he got the Cabo. He pulling up proper for it. We're gonna be
Same
back
one from
tomorrow.
last time.
We're double dipping the chip, baby.
Because when we seen them at the Pontiac show, they were so happy and so salty at the same fucking time.
I
They
know.
wanted to schedule another fucking interview, and we were like, let's go. Right now.
Where's
Right
that
now.
photo? Do they have it?
They do have it. We're going to talk to them tomorrow about it because that photo was gas.
We're going to get that photo put up on Thuggalo social media eventually. Thank y'all for watching. Come back tomorrow. We're double dipping. Rude Boy, DJ Carlito, Waco. Yeah, that Waco. The one with the
Yeah,
outer
that one.
space nodes.
The
Yeah,
gas
he
pack?
going to be up here on here tomorrow, so you don't want to miss it. Onstead, thank you. Elitzer, thank you. You have been watching the Thuggalo Show. Like, subscribe, and send me money. And send Facetat money. Mommy some money. Please.
Buy her poop cookies.
Yeah.
Send me.
Hey, this is Ouija Mac, the ugliest juggalo that ever fucked your bitch. Tune into the Thug.